Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. It is early in the morning here, about 6:30. The kids are not awake yet, and I'm trying to get this video in before they wake up. It's thunder and lightning outside a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the volume of your video too much. But got a lot of really great records to show you guys. A lot of really great records. I actually have like 200 I need to show, but I'm keeping it down. Like, obviously this video I'm not showing 200 records, but do the best I can. It has been crazy lately. I'm exhausted. It's like I said, it's super early over here, and I needed to make a video because it's been a while. I've been slack about my heavy rotation videos. I just haven't had enough time to really sit down and pull things out and stuff. But I've been listening to a lot of records lately, like a lot more than normal, which is crazy. I know you would think I would listen to records nonstop, but I don't. Usually I have to really cut out time to do it. But I've been at the shop a lot more lately than I normally am. And so I've been listening to records there. And then here I've been kind of processing through a bunch of stuff. So basically, just to give you a little preview of what's been going on and what's to come, the past 2 weeks has been nonstop. I have not had a day off until yesterday. Yesterday was my first day off. We took the kids up to the mountains. There's this like mountain roller coaster we went on. It was great, but I hadn't had I have not had one day off at all for like 2 weeks. If I haven't been in the shop, I've been out following up on leads and all that stuff. It's been nuts. At least 2 weeks. And so last week I drove up to Virginia and looked at a collection, bought a lot of really cool things. I bought about 600 records out of that collection, and it was all killer, no filler, amazing stuff. And in that collection, there's a lot of things that, the guy was a serious collector, and there's a lot of things in there I didn't have, and then I've been wanting. So some of this stuff I'm going to show you guys came from that collection, and then there's probably at least 500 of those records that are killer that I either already had or you don't need or whatever, but his tastes were so similar to mine that it was like I was digging through my own collection. It was awesome. So, but that being said, he also had things I didn't have. So it was there's a lot of things that I ended up keeping. So I will get into that. Also, it's been one of those things where I have not even been looking for records for myself, but I've been buying so many records that things have popped up, and I'm like, holy crap. And, friends of mine have reached out and said, hey, I'm selling this, anybody's interested? And I'm like, ugh. So I have not been, I swear to you, I haven't been on eBay at all. I've been good, guys. I haven't been on eBay, but I've just been, it's been crazy. The past 2 weeks, I've probably bought 5,000 records. It's been at least, So, anyway, it's just been nuts. All that to say, been putting a lot of really great stuff in the shop if you're local. Just a heads. I haven't even told anybody this yet, but our 2nd year anniversary of the shop is coming up. First weekend in October. I think it's October 2nd. I can't remember. It's Saturday. So that's like 3 weeks away or something. I'm gonna do a massive, mega drop of crazy stuff. I'm talking like crazy, like original Stooges, Vertigos, crazy stuff in the shop. And it's got, the holy moly wall is going to be completely brand new. Everything's going to be new on it. It's going to be smokers, heaters, crazy stuff. I'm telling you. I know I've got an original John Coltrane Love Supreme. I've got, like I said, some original Vertigo, hard rock stuff. I've got some stuff I've been stashing for this special occasion. So if you're around and able to get there, that's the weekend to come. Because I'm telling you, it's going to be nuts. I've got a lot of really good stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but anyways. So getting in on it. This first record is one I've been looking for, since I started collecting Psych. So 10 years, I don't know. Gandalf. This is one of those mythical records that are just so hard to find. It's funny because it's on Capitol, You would think that it would be findable and all that stuff. It's just, I've never seen one in the person before. And I've been looking and looking and looking forever. It's a beautiful pop psych record. it's just a masterpiece. I love this record so much. But it's one of those. I mean, if you're a Psych collector, this is on the top of your radar, or if you already have it, it's one of your favorite records. It's just one of those that is super hard to get. Well, that's Gandalf. Just absolutely. I mean, it's not one of these. I've had some albums are just like face melting rippers, just amazing guitar solos. This is not one of those. This is just one of those more like in the Odyssey and Oracle vein or something. It's just a beautiful, beautiful Psych record, and it's one that over the years has gone up in value a lot and been hard to get. I remember I've missed it a couple times. Like I've had a chance to get one a couple times and missed out, and so it was really nice to get this one. I recently got it. I've spun it a few times, and it's just, man, this is an incredible record. This is a mega grail record to find, and I'm just thrilled to have it. But Gandalf is just, it has been on my want list for a very long time. Been wanting it like crazy. Here's another one. This one is one I've been looking for a few years, and it's super hard to get. And it's one of those, I've been listening to it online. I've heard it a bunch of times. A few years ago when I started looking for it, it was kind of out of reach because it's really expensive and impossible to find. But the past few months, I kind of like, man, I really got to find that record. I've been putting my ear to the ground trying to find some things. I sold something big. I can't even remember what it was. I sold some big record, made a lot of money on it, and it was something I didn't want to sell. And so when I do that, I always splurge a little bit. So I ended up getting this. This is Mistreater, Hell's Fire. This is an incredible album from, I believe, Ohio, if I am not mistaken. But anyways, yeah, I'm about positive it's from Ohio. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but this was sealed when I got it a couple weeks ago, and I opened it. I don't even care. I'm not going to keep it sealed because I can't listen to it sealed. My rule of sealed records is I don't have any sealed records that I won't open. The only way I would have a sealed record that I wouldn't open, the only way, is if it was Velvet Underground and Nico, like a first pressing sealed. I would definitely keep it sealed because I already have copies I can listen to. That would be crazy to have one that was just that pristine. I probably would keep it sealed, but that's the only way because you can't listen to them when they're sealed. So usually if I have a sealed one, I either open it and listen to it or I sell it and buy another one. So, if it's something that's going to be worth a lot more money. But see, a lot of times it being sealed doesn't make it worth a lot more. I would rather buy a near mint record than a sealed record any day because then it's not warped and there's not any issues. I've had sealed records and then I open them and they're cracked in half, so you never know. Anyways, this is a great early 80s, I believe in 1981. Mistreater, Hell's Fire, rural hard rock from Ohio. This is a face melter. Early, I don't know if you can call that early metal. There's a lot of metal going on in the 80s, but it's got that early 70s hard rock feel to it, but it's a little more metally and it's a little more shreddy. This is just out of control, nuts. Electric guitar on here. The first track on here, what's it called? Big A is just, it starts off hot, coming in hot, and it does not stop. It is awesome. So Mistreater, Hell's Fire, really good. That's unreal. You can stream that. It's incredible. But also, like that one I did sound clips of on my Find This Record Instagram. If you follow that, it's a good one. So this is another one I've been looking for a long time. Shout out to B&T Music's music store in Georgia. Those guys come up to my shop once in a blue moon and they bring me crazy stuff to trade. And they brought me this. This is Primeval Smoking Bats at Compton's. This is, I believe it's 1976, from Indiana. Just absolute out of control hard rock. You know, I've heard people describe this as a mix between Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin. Crazy. I mean, I'm talking crazy, over the top guitar solos. Too much. And they talk about pot a lot. They smoke a lot of reefer. This is on 700 West label. There's a couple of really good Psych and hard rock royals on that label. Zerfus is one I've been looking for forever, and it's just awesome. But anyways, Primeval, it's one of those records. Unreal hard rock. Great stuff. I mean, it's like, well, I mean, if you said Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, sprinkle in a little bit of JPT Scare Band, and Truth and Janie, that's a good mixture for this. But look at the cover. It's just like, what's funny is like it wraps around, so I'd love to see it where all the sides were connected, but you can see like it's like a face of a person on a bat. It's wild, but that's how wild the record is. It's one I've been looking for a very long time, and I actually had a copy a few years ago. I'd gotten on eBay, and it was just torched, man. It was graded badly, and I never sent stuff back. I mean, all the years I've been buying on eBay, I think I've sent like 2 things back ever. That was one of them, because it was just, I mean, they said it was VG. It wouldn't play one song without skipping. I mean, it was terrible. Anyways, but Primeval, that's one incredible. I'm taking too much time on each of these records. Got a lot to show. Here's one I've been looking for a very long time. Radio City. I'm a big star. Man, it's just an incredible record. I recently got the first Big Star record, and I've been hot after them for a few years, and found them both right back to back. But this is I had reissues of them, and obviously I'm selling reissues now. But just absolutely incredible record. I love Big Star so much. This original press, beautiful condition. I could not be more happy to have that added to the collection. This is one that I've been wanting for a long time as well. Probably tired of hearing me say that, but this is Clifford Jordan Quartet Glass Bead Games. This is a really, really interesting, strange and interesting jazz record. So Clifford Jordan was an amazing saxophone player. Sonny Rollins talked about him. Ran in and raved. You hear that? That's some lightning. That's thunder. You can't hear lightning. You can only see it. But you hear the thunder. Glass Bead Games. So Clifford Jordan, incredible saxophone player. Like I said, Sonny Rollins ran and raved about how good he was, but Clifford Jordan just didn't. I feel like he didn't really care very much if he was famous. I don't know. It just seemed that way. It might not be that way, but that's the way it seemed. But this is 2 bands he put together, and there's 2 discs. So the first disc is one band, the second disc is a different band. But it's just a really, really cool jazz record. And you guys know me. I'm not crazy on jazz. I like it, but most of it kind of runs together for me. I don't know. Most of it doesn't stand out too much. I really like John Coltrane. I really like Alice Coltrane. I really like funk, like jazz funk. Certain things stand out that are really good, and if that stuff comes along, I will keep it. But I don't have a huge jazz collection. This is one I have been wanting so bad. I've listened to this like 5 times since I got it. It is incredible jazz. It's on Strata East. And these are impossible to find without ringware. And this is an absolute beautiful copy. I really don't know that a cleaner copy exists unless you can find a steel one. This is the gatefold. But, man, Glass Bead Games is a book. And he kind of, the concept of it came from the book. Basically, in the book, there's like a game that consists of your knowledge of science and math and culture and all this stuff. And basically, you could tell the future with this game somehow. I don't know. I haven't read the book. But anyways, that was the basis of him creating this record. And it's hard to describe. It just grabs me. I mean, it's just so captivating. This record is Beautiful, beautiful jazz record. I love this just as much as any of my hard rock smokers. It's just so. Anyways, this is another one. I don't even know where I got this. I think I got it in Virginia. Haroldvick. Don't Look Back. I had this maybe a year ago at the shop. There was a copy, and I listened to it a couple times. I really liked it, but I just was trying not to keep much at the time and didn't keep it, and I kind of regretted selling it. But this is also on that Strata East label. Strata East is a label that, to me, is I don't know if I've ever heard of Strata East I didn't like. Really good. I mean, the way that I am with jazz, like modal and hard bop and stuff, is great. I love it. But the soul jazz and spiritual jazz is where I like a little bit more. I mean, well, a lot more actually. That's my vein. So Strata East is just right there at it. And so I looked at myself in the mirror last week, literally, and I said, Dylan, you do not need to start collecting Strata East records. You stop it. But I don't know. We'll see. I can't make any promises. It's a great label. But anyways, got these both last week, and man, they're beautiful records. I love this. Love Haroldvick. Another one I got. So this is on the same level. This Black Jazz label. Anything on that label you ever see, buy it. And they got a lot of great reissues too that are cheap. So this is Henry Franklin, The Skipper at Home. This is a jazz funk record. A friend of mine had this in his collection. He brought it in and sold it to me at the shop. But this is along like a little bit more jazz funk, I guess. But I mean, there's a lot more jazz to it. It's not like funk, but it's got jazz funk elements. But so Black Jazz is the same. It's the same type of music as Strata East a lot. It's similar, but you know, it's got the well, there's a lot of free jazz on this label that, you know, I'm not super into free jazz. If it's incoherent, I'm not in for that. But anyways, this is an incredible record. A lot of like Fender Rhodes type vibes to it. Really good. Love it. And a lot of these black jazz are quadraphonic. Not that matters. You know, I don't listen to it in quad, but that's a lot of them are. Moving on down the line here, trying to hurry. This is a record I can never pronounce right, so I'm not going to. It's an Alice Coltrane record with Pharoah Sanders. I had one of these like a year and a half ago, probably, at the shop, and kind of saw what it was going for, and didn't even think twice or listen to it. Just threw it up on the Holy Moly wall, and it sold instantly. I think old David Gibson got it. But just really cool jazz record. Alice Coltrane, I like her almost as much as I like John Coltrane. You know, she's more out there, you know. I mean, it's John Coltrane, as their, you know, marriage, I guess, continued. I don't know if she influenced him. I wouldn't say that. I don't know, though. Maybe. But probably. But his stuff got a little more out there, too, and so did hers. I mean, but she, you know, played harp and piano and just really, really interesting, cool. I mean, this is a little more on the free jazz side, but it's just, that's the name of it right there. But anyways, this is a really cool record. It's really rare, really hard to find. And so when I found it, I was like, man, I always regretted it because I loved it when I heard it, and I was like, I'll find another one, whatever. And no, that'll come on that one. The monastic trio, Alice Coltrane, really cool record. This is another one that's on Impulse. It's really tough to find, so I was glad to get that. Trying to zip through these a little bit faster, guys. This one is one that I've been looking for a long time as well, and they're hard to find in good condition. So this is The End, Introspection. It's on London. This is in the shrink. It's a beautiful copy. It's got some metallic cover, so the covers sometimes get frayed and abused, and it's one that's just hard to find clean. So this one's like a perfect copy. It's beautiful. But this one has like a Rolling Stones connection. So they're a psychedelic band, you know, heavily influenced by Sgt. Pepper's. But they recorded this album in 1968. with the help of Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones. He has, he plays on the album. Actually, he helped write a couple songs, but this was kind of a passion project of his. He really liked this band, so he was trying to get them going and get their album recorded and all that stuff. So he got their album recorded in 1968, gave the master tapes and everything to the Rolling Stones business manager, and was just like, "Hey, get this out now." And the guy drug his feet on it, put it on the back burner. He was all focused on Stones, and he didn't try to put the record out. Anyways, they ended up putting it out later in 1969, which by that time, this whole Sgt. Pepper's type of album was so overdone, it seemed derivative, so it didn't go anywhere. But despite the Rolling Stones connection, it didn't really grow legs and take off. Man, it's really storming out there. But anyways, just a fantastic record. This is, apart from a couple little, they do a little dialogue in there, like somebody's telling a story here and there. I didn't even pay attention to that. But I hate albums that do that. Two things I hate about some Psych records is that, like, when there's a spoken word portion, usually that's annoying, and when there's a drum solo, usually that's annoying. I love drummers. I love drum breaks. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about, like, just random drum solos, and you're like, this is an album, not a live show. Wrap it up. Anyways, but this is a fantastic record. This is up there with, it's a psychedelic masterpiece, I would say. It's unreal. Beautiful, beautiful record. If you haven't heard this and you're into psychedelic music, the end, Introspection, is incredible. And over the years, they've been getting a little harder to find. This is a couple more stuff my friends from Georgia brought me in the shop. I guess it was Monday. This one is Linda Zazo Odoku. Love is Good. This is from, I believe, Nigeria. But it's just got like a real funk boogie feel to it. I don't know if this is worth anything. It probably is worth a little bit, but I just listen to it. I really like it. So you guys know I'm into like African music and stuff. This was Tony Amadojimu. And his alias is Tony Man. Free My People. This is another one. I think this is from Nigeria as well. Really good African funk with a tinge of reggae type of feel to it. I love getting stuff like this because you throw it on, you have no idea what it's going to sound like. This one was really good. This one was probably my favorite out of the bunch. This was Concert Fever Dedication. And this is like an Afro-funk type record. And none, like I said, none of these, I looked them all up, none of them were like really expensive or anything, but it's just finding them's hard, especially in good shape. This one's in great shape. Just a cool Afro-funk record. Great stuff. Moving right along here. I do have got a few more things to show, but I've also got some upgrade copies I got. They're just really cool copies of classic stuff. This is a, I guess you would call it a metal band, an early metal band, but Sinister Angel. This is from 1984, so depends on, I guess that's not early metal, but but this is Private Press metal from Atlanta. So really cool. It's autographed by the band and everything, but man, there's some really great guitar solos, and it's just really good. Metal to me is hit or miss. I'll listen to it. If I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I won't. I really like this, and it's kind of regional-ish, so it's definitely fits my criteria of keeping. But Sinister Angel, really cool. I think you can there's videos of it on YouTube or something. Pretty good stuff. Embryo Surfing. This is a really cool record. It's like jazz fusion, funky prog type stuff. The album cover drew me in. The music kept me there. Really good. This is a really cool record. It's not expensive. It's like a $25 or $30 record, but some Embryo's earliest stuff is a lot better. But this is not to say this isn't good. This is really good. But it's just like jazz, funky fusion, prog. Good stuff. Cool in the Gang, Good Times. Cool in the Gang, a lot of their records, especially like their like later 80s stuff, is dollar bin material, nothing, crazy to write home about. But this is one you don't see very often. Really good, really funky record. Cool in the Gang's first few records. If you can get them, they're really great, real funky stuff. And like sometimes you can get in record stores and like they'll be cheap, and they don't go for cheap. They go for a lot online. But record stores are like, cool, the Gang, throw the dollar bin. So I've talked about this a few times. Pentagram record. I got this in that metal collection in December. I listen to it often. Love it. So anytime a new Pentagram release comes out, I grab it. So this just came out. This is called Show 'Em How. This is a reissue. I believe this came out in the mid-90s and had a different cover. But this is on really cool like splatter vinyl. But it just sounds incredible. It's got that Pentagram feel to it. A really cool sounding record. And so I've got some of these in the shop, but also like you should be able to get them anywhere. But they just got released, and it is dynamite. This is a band that I love and didn't have any records of, and when I was in Virginia, I got like 4 or 5. But this is Birth Control, Hoodoo Man. This is really cool prog record. It's a funny cover, I guess, but this is something to seek out. Birth Control. If you like prog, a lot of great guitar solos. It's really great guitar and bass action on it. But fantastic record, really good prog. And like I said, I got like 4 different records of theirs in Virginia, and I love Birth Control. Really great stuff. Excited to get that. This is one, man, I've been looking for this for a long time. This is Killing Floor. Self-titled on Sire Records. Is a U.S. press, obviously, with that cover, but really good psychedelic blues rock. I mean, it is hard hitting, face melts and guitar solos. Oh, gosh, I love this record. This is so good. So thrilled to have found this record. Love it so much. Mrs. Beasley, really good jazz fusion prog-ish record. The cover, my gosh, I love it so much. This is a great record. I've been listening to it a bunch. I did sound clips of this on Find This Record as well. But this is just a really cool band. They had a couple albums. But yeah, cool stuff. Now we're getting to some things. This is the last one I'm going to show that I don't already have a copy of. This is an upgrade copy. This is Black Flag Damaged. This is an early pressing. It's not a unicorn or anything, but Henry Rollins just did a podcast with Rick Rubin on his Broken Record podcast. I just listened to it, and it's fantastic. So if you're into that type of thing, that's a cool podcast. But I just been trying to get this. I had an early pressing a while back. When I opened the shop, I put it on the wall and sold it. But I've been looking for another one. This one's in great shape, and I just absolutely love this record. I love Black Flag. I love Henry Rollins. What I really like about Henry Rollins, like what sets him apart from other punk guys, is that like he does have a really positive outlook on life, and he promotes like good work ethic and stuff. Like, a lot of punk rock guys are just like, I don't know, they have they seem like they might not be a lot of fun to talk to or hang out with. They're sometimes seem like pretentious jerks. But Henry Rollins seems like a really cool guy that like got where he is because he worked really hard, and he's not just defined by his music. He has a whole life of work of other stuff that has really made him somebody that's special. So that's cool. This is one I've had before. This is the Island pressing. I believe this is a original U.S. Zippo. But got this in Virginia as well. I had an original original Jamaican pressing of this a few years ago, and I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and somebody like made me a ridiculous offer for it, and I had to sell it. I couldn't not sell it. But I've been after one since then. This is a really nice copy. This is nicer than the one I had, but it's just it's one of those gimmick covers that I want to have. I just need it. Great stuff. This is Dead Kennedys It's an upgrade copy for me. This is that original Lawsuit orange cover. Just that's a tough one to find. So glad to add that one to my punk collection. But I recently found a ton of punk records. So I've been wanting to do like a punk haul video. But I mean, I probably got like a ton of punk records. It's like 40, because they're just hard to find around here. But I got a bunch of really cool ones to show that I'm adding to my punk collection. This is an original European press of Blood Sugar Sex Magic. It's my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I love this album so much. It reminds me of my youth. And I had a reissue, so this is a great original press of this. Here we have a promo copy of Exile on Main Street. My favorite Stones record. Probably, maybe, definitely. Just fantastic. And it's a promo. And it's really clean. Here we go. Grateful Dead, Working Man's Dead. Promo. White label promo. Beautiful, beautiful. And last but certainly not least, Joni Mitchell Blue. This is a really nice first US. And I think I have a German copy now. This has become one of my definitely in my top 10 favorite albums. I listen to this all the time, and I haven't found a really clean U.S. pressing in a long, long, long time. It's crazy because used to you could find these everywhere, and now I don't know, the word's out that it's fantastic, and they're getting hard to find. But this is almost perfect pressing. Usually they have bad ring wear and all that stuff, so this is almost perfect copy of this masterpiece. So I kept it for myself. So anyways, thank y'all for watching this video. Love doing these. I'll try to be better about it, and I'm backed up on stuff I need to show. So anyways, thanks a bunch. We'll see you guys next time.